And we are live. Welcome to Travel Insights, powered by the leading travel and tourism daily news portal, traveldailynews.com, International Edition, that celebrates this year 24 years of existence. Congratulations, Travel Daily News. We are streaming live on our website, on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you for tuning in and listening wherever you're watching us from. I'm Chris Escodra, and in this interview series, weekly, I have the chance to interview inspiring thought leaders, practitioners, professionals in the tourism and hospitality industries that share their unique insights with me and with you listening out there. Today, I have the great pleasure of welcoming Mr. Sjefke Jansen. He joins me now from the beautiful Maldives. Welcome, Mr. Jansen.
Krista, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you today.
You have a very beautiful, inspiring background there, swimming almost with the fish.
Yes, that's the real deal. It's our underwater restaurant called Sea. It's a very, very special place in our resort. And we do beautiful meals here for our guests. It's a beautiful environment. As you can see, hundreds of species of fish. Visibility today is fantastic. And yes, it's one of our absolute favorites in the resort.
Great. So you are now, congratulations to you as well. You're joining me now for a special episode that celebrates the 24-year anniversary of Travel Daily News International. And congratulations on your appointment. You've been there just a couple of weeks in Anantara, Kihavah, Maldives village as the new general manager. You are yourself an award winning leader, an expert in hospitality with nearly 4 years of four decades, 40 years of experience in the hospitality industry, and you're leading one of the most luxurious and unique resorts of the world. You got us already with the first impression. So congratulations. What are your first impression of the place and the resort?
Well,
And
I
your team,
arrived, as
of
you
course.
said. Of course. As you said, I arrived 2 weeks ago, so fairly new still to the environment, to the resort, to the setup. But what I've been able to observe and to see over the past 2 years is nothing short of being stunning. Not only the natural surroundings, the reef surrounding the resort, as you can see, the beautiful marine life, but I have also a very passionate and dedicated team helping me to make dreams for our guests come true.
Mm-hmm. And this leads us to today's episodes, where you're the right person to open today's topic, which is a transformational journey redefining leadership and luxury hospitality. You have a track record yourself of leading with great success for a number of years in an extremely competitive environment. For instance, you've been the general manager of the Hotel Indonesia in Kempinski, Jakarta, and your track record is impressive. Now you are in this position, and you started, however, from very humble beginnings back in Germany. You come from Europe originally. So was it your need? What drove you to the hospitality industry? Was a survival need to work in a kitchen in Germany, or did you have some background, or your family had a background in hospitality? Let's start with your transformational journey, and then we look into how luxury hospitality is redefined and leadership.
Yeah. Well, as you said, I think it was more an accident ending up in the hospitality industry at a very young age. I wasn't a gifted chef. The only thing I was always hungry.
Mhm.
So I decided to start my training as a chef in one of the best restaurants in Germany. It was a 3-star Michelin restaurant. I was very, very blessed and lucky to get the place there to actually start my training. And then it became clear after a few years that training in Germany is about 3 years. So it became quite clear that I afterwards would not continue with my journey, my culinary journey, so to speak, but that I wanted to see all other areas, all other departments in a hotel, and to learn from everyone who contributes to a guest journey. That was for me the most
Mm.
important. Hence, I left the kitchen. I was working at the front office as a night auditor. I was working in the bar, in the restaurants, in housekeeping, in all other areas of a traditional five-star luxury hotel.
Mm, exactly. You have climbed the ladder and you have hands-on experience from a variety of positions. So you're very able. I think that knowledge is very important in a leader to know what actually takes place. What do you believe are the personality traits that you've had yourself, apart from the constant hunger, maybe the constant hunger for success? So what made you successful, you think?
I think it's the interest in other people first and foremost. I was always interested in meeting different nationalities, different characters. I can honestly say I'm rather street smart and less book smart, and I think it helped me a lot in my industry because you are exposed to so many people every day from so many different backgrounds in life, and it's just interesting to mingle with these kind of guests and to see how they are doing, how they're behaving in a hotel, uh, why are they different in a hotel than they're probably at home, and all of that was just such an interesting journey for me to see, and that's what I really wanted to do, always wanted to do.
Mm. And you're now leading an international team there at your resort. We will come to that. Before we dig deeper into today's topic, I would like to set the stage a little bit. We're seeing you already in this exceptional and unique location. You have only 2 weeks in your current position. So tell us a little bit about the resort, what makes it unique, what its unique selling points.
Yeah. Well, unique is the location. I believe we are sitting on one of the most beautiful reefs in the Maldives. That's unique. Our beaches are absolutely stunning. The beach, the sand is like icing sugar. I believe that's absolutely unique. What we have, and that is what I find very special, we have a very Maldivian feel. We are not the most contemporary, not the most modern, but we have a great connection with the culture in the Maldives. And I think the way we translate that is very, very special through our team, through the hardware, through the restaurants that we have. It makes it a very unique composition, and that is what most of our guests are enjoying. We're understated luxury. We're not in your face luxury. You can enjoy it if you want to. You can withdraw from it if you like to, but it's entirely up to the guest to participate in whatever kind of luxury they want to have in the resort.
Mm. And I'm glad that you said that, because this could be touching upon today's topic, redefining what luxury is and what the guests are expecting, or the new types of travelers are expecting. As you said, not in your face, but more authenticity, connection with the local people. So, what is 'cause hospitality is a people industry? You know it very well. Of course, there's budget and business and practicalities, but when it comes to the human touch, how important is, you touched upon the Maldivian hospitality? What is the guest experience? How do the guests experience the authentic Maldivian hospitality? Is it from the food? Is it the integration with the stuff that they see perhaps on a regular basis, or the activities they do and the nature? What makes it special and unique?
Chris, I think it's a combination of what you have mentioned. I believe the staff is very genuine, is very hospitable, likes to please and to serve, and that's something that really you will not find in many parts of the world. It's very, very sincere, yet it is also very relaxed. The mixture that we provide for our guests, as I said, what they can enjoy and how they can enjoy it. Important is it has to be authentic. At some stage, it has to be meaningful, and maybe at the highest stage, it has to be or can be even transformational. You leave the resort, and something has happened within you that you could feel would not have been possible somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. How about the transformation? Because you're new to this position, perhaps you have been hired with certain expectations. Anantara Kihavah belongs to the minor hotels family, right? That they have properties, 8 different hotel brands and properties, nearly 600 properties, and 6 different continents. Of course, Anantara is one of the most luxurious and flagship and iconic brands. um, but is Anantara brand under transformation currently? Are you there to lead a certain change within the organization?
I would not go as far as that, but I believe what is important for any Arantara property around the world is that you find your definition. How you define where you belong, where does the resort belong? What's your message that you carry out? What is it that you want your guests to feel? Uh, where are your emotional connectors in the resort? How do you connect emotionally with the brand, with the Anantara brand? That is important to establish, and that's what I'm hoping I can achieve here.
Mm. And if we think globally, as today's topic dictates, redefining leadership in hospitality luxury or and hospitality luxury hospitality. So, what are the changes that you're seeing? Obviously, there's growing competition. There is a competition to recruit the best talent, the best employees who are loyal and stay within the organization, and of course, as we touched upon, the new generation of travelers that perhaps have different needs and desires than past generation. What are your insights regarding what's happening from a variety of perspectives and different stakeholders?
I think in its core, people always ask me what has changed since COVID. In its core, the business remains exactly the same. We are here to provide accommodation, food, and beverage, and everything else that comes with it. That is remains the same. That is what hospitality is all about. Have other mechanisms come into play? They have. Have a few things changed? They have. Demands have probably increased because guests and travelers are very well educated nowadays. So when they come to resort, they're asking for services probably they wouldn't have asked for it 10 years ago, for spa treatments that 10 years ago no one would have spoken about. The important is that you stand unique and to your roots, and don't diverse from it. Uh, Believe in what you're doing. That's your strength, and move on with that message to your guests.
Mm. So you have clear idea now of the strengths you touched upon already. What are the strengths of the results? So, what are the strengths that a leader of a luxury resort should have? What do you think, in your opinion, are the key principles or characteristics?
Yeah. I think that has changed probably more than guest behavior or more than the guest expectations over the last years. Even as a leader, you have to be transformational. I've just completed a transformation leadership course
Mm-hmm.
myself. It's where you learn uh, to be that what you want to offer to your guests. You have to be authentic, you have to be meaningful, you have to be transformational, and you have to be able to connect with your guests on an emotional level. And that is what you show to your team, really leading by showing what you do, that you walk the talk, that you live by your values very greatly, yet you stick to your values. Here comes integrity, there comes passion, there comes dedication, and live by those values and show that to your team, and hopefully they will follow your lead.
Exactly, because we move past now the basic human needs and the Maslow hierarchy of need. Step up from we passed even the experience economy. We passed experience. We aiming, as you said, into a more transcendent level and transformative level. That it's not just a luxurious retreat. You're in the middle of paradise. There, in the middle of nowhere. But you come back, as you said, especially after the pandemic, we were all so wounded and we have some kind of trauma, we're healed, we learn something new, right? Perhaps it's a connection to the nature or a new sport or a new activity that we have undertaken, and that grows us as people. How about the people that you have there, your staff? You have I have already been in contact preparing for this interview with your staff, and I have to say they have been wonderful, very professional, very handy, very smart, providing with catering to my needs and answering to my questions. So tell me a little bit about the people that provide and help the guests create those memorable and life-changing experiences. You have a diverse team of staff from a variety of countries. Tell us a little bit about how it is to lead also multicultural teams and keeping that level, and you mentioned respect, integrity for your staff as well, that in turn will help the guests and cater to their needs.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, we have a great number of team members. We have about 250 team members, so we have a bit more luxury in terms of what we are offering and how we serve it, because we have quite a high number of team members on the island, but we also offer a lot. Um, I believe that leadership nowadays is probably more consensual. You consult and you speak with your team, but you also have a responsibility to work as a mentor. You provide guidance. Um, you have answers to questions are being raised, and if you do not have the answers, you try and work through the various stages to find an answer together with the team members. And I believe the nationality and where team members are coming from is not as important. The most important is the attitude, and that's what we're really looking for when we search for team members. We need team members with a great attitude. I don't need super highly qualified team members that run a one-man show, because that will not help me. I need team members that can work as a part of a team, not as individuals. It doesn't mean you give up your individuality. Of
Mm.
course, you have that too, and you can share that with your guests or with
Mhm,
your
mhm.
colleagues. But generally speaking, we are looking for team members, not for superstars.
Right. How about your guests now? We spoke about the how important and very guest centric the experience should be, and perhaps tailor made to their needs and customized. What is the profile of your guests there in Anantara, Kihavah, Maldives villas in your resort? Where are those people coming from? Which walks of life are they? You are a family friendly resort, right? So tell us a little bit about your guests.
Geographically, coming from all over the world, as far as Brazil, South America, traveling all the way here. I think what all our guests have in common is a very understated kind of approach when coming here. It's really putting their feet in the sand, lazing throughout the day, enjoying lunches and dinners without too much fuss. We know what they want. We have a very high repeat guest ratio, almost 30%. So we are quite aware of their needs while the guests are staying with us. It's very not very intrusive, our service. You don't see and you don't feel it, but you know it's there. When you look for it, you will have it. That is what we're really focusing on, and that's what our guests are enjoying the most.
I've played a couple of videos here while you're talking, so we've gotten some idea already. So if you could also talk about the resort once again and summarize why it's worth to visit. It's one of the most Instagrammable hotels, as you said, understated luxury, family friendliness. The You have an observatory above the water, right, where people can gaze at the night sky. How awesome is that? Tell us about why it's worth visiting.
It's worse because of exactly what you have mentioned. It is the uniqueness, what we are offering, a fantastic kids club. We have an exceptional dive center. We provide a lot of activities other resorts probably not have. We have e-foils, we have beautiful diving sites. I also would like to mention that we have exceptional food and beverage. We have great offerings in terms of food and beverage. We are the only restaurant in the world that has an underwater wine cellar. We actually have right behind me cages in the sea with Dom Perignon champagne that is being stored in the sea for about 1 year. When you take out those bottles, they have a different palate after you
Mhm.
open them 1 year. So basically, the ripening process of a bottle in the sea is 10 times as fast as it would be in a normal champagne cellar. Um, this is all what we provide. These experiences are unique. Those experiences we are provide, very simple, are not commodities because no other resort has them. They stand out, and that's what we are focusing on.
Excellent. So I have to put it on my to visit list. So maybe we see in person next time. Is there anything else you would like to mention that we haven't touched upon, and you would absolutely like to share with our viewers out there listening? What is important to remember and to know, and especially on today's topic, redefining leadership and luxury hospitality?
Well, important is to know when you come here, it is a different world. It's a different pace. Uh, Enjoy every minute. We are taking care of all your needs. You do not have to worry about anything. We provide everything that you need, or probably more than you need, than you can think of. We are really here to serve you, to give our guests a fantastic experience, to go home, to be relaxed, to be rejuvenated, and have a feeling of the batteries being recharged and being ready to go back to the red race, so to speak, and survive until they return back to our beautiful Paradise Island.
Great. How are your bookings are looking at the moment?
Business is very strong. We have a very good month. Of course, here is the Eid celebrations until the end of the month. Forward bookings, we are very satisfied with the business that we have on our books. Maldives will and always does remain a beautiful destination, very popular destination. Marine life here is fully intact. The variety of fish, as you can see behind me, it's like looking through or into a major aquarium. So we are quite confident that we will have a very successful year ahead of us.
Excellent. So I'm glad that you know all about the leading, the staff creating the experiences also for the guests, but also the books look good as well. So you're the proper leader. I would like to thank Mr. Sjefke Jansen, the newly appointed general manager of the luxurious, Instagrammable, unique Anantara Kihavah Maldives villas. So you have been an absolute pleasure to have on the show. Thank you for sharing your insights. And actually, fun fact for our listeners out there, we do have a couple of friends in common, and I know from personal experience that I've been told, I didn't ask, that you are a great leader.
Thank
Uh,
you very much, Lisa. Thank you.
so good feedback always has to be told and shared. So it's been a great pleasure to have you on the show. We covered today's topic, or we barely scratched on the surface of this topic: transformational journey, redefining leadership and luxury hospitality. Mr. Sjefke Jansen shared his insights. I would like to wish you a nice rest of the day in the beautiful paradise that you're located at. Greetings from Europe.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Greetings back to you, and I hope we will be able to welcome you soon and for you to experience the beauty and the luxury of our island.
I'd love to. Thank you so much, Mr. Jansen. So, thank you everybody for tuning in and listening. This was another special edition of Travel Insights since Travel Daily News International celebrates its 24 years of existence. I'm Chris Escodra, and I will see you next week with another inspiring topic with influential top thought leaders from the hospitality and tourism industries. If you like to reach out to me, I'm always on the look for inspiring topics. So make sure you contact me or my colleagues at press@traveldailynews.com, or I'll reach out to you because I'm always bringing you, the listeners and viewers, inspiring people, as we did with Mr. Jansen today. I'm glad he accepted my invitation. So I will see you next week. Bye.